Welcome. Today we look at Shu. Quite interesting, there are a number of trickster daemons throughout different cultures and around the globe. The divine trickster and guardian of the crossroads. Deity, Enshu. Culture, Yoruba. Region, southwestern Nigeria. Enshu, also known as Elegba, Elegbara, or Exu, is one of the most complex, important, and misunderstood orishas in Yoruba religion. As the divine trickster, messenger between worlds, and guardian of crossroads, Enshu occupies a unique and essential position in Yoruba cosmology. He is the Orisha who must be honored first in any ceremony, the one who opens and closes the pathways between the human and divine realms, and the one who controls fate and destiny through his unpredictable interventions. In Yoruba theology, Enshu serves as the essential intermediary between humans and the divine. No prayer reaches the other Orishas without passing through Enshu. No offering is accepted without his approval. A dramatic scene showing Enshu as a master craftsman, literally shaping clay figures of other Orishas with his hands. The other divine figures come to life through his touch, illustrating the saying, "Without Enshu's intervention, the clay figures remain lifeless." The scene emphasizes his fundamental importance despite not being the most powerful Orisha. This makes him perhaps the most important Orisha in practical terms, despite not being the most powerful. The Yoruba saying, "Enshu is the one who makes the gods," reflects this crucial role. Without Enshu to carry messages and offerings, the other Orishas would be cut off from human worship and devotion. The mythology surrounding Enshu emphasizes his role as a trickster and agent of chaos. Countless stories tell of Enshu's mischievous interventions in human and divine affairs. Enshu appears wearing his famous hat, clearly red on one side and black on the other. He walks deliberately between the two friends' fields. The camera shows both perspectives. One friend sees red, the other sees black. Their expressions change from confusion to anger as they begin pointing and gesturing at each other. The argument escalates until they're physically fighting. In one famous tale, Enshu walked between two friends wearing a hat that was red on one side and black on the other. The friends, seeing different colors, began to argue about the hat's color, eventually coming to blows. Enshu reveals his trick by turning his hat, showing both colors. The friends realize they've been deceived. Enshu's clay face shows a mischievous grin as he explains his motivation. The friends look ashamed but enlightened. The scene shifts to show this as one of many similar tricks Enshu has played throughout time, with multiple vignettes of his interventions. When they discovered Enshu's trick, they realized he had deliberately caused their conflict. When asked why, Enshu replied that sowing confusion was his greatest joy. This story illustrates Enshu's nature as a disruptor of order and a tester of relationships. However, Enshu's trickery is not merely malicious or random. He serves a crucial function in maintaining cosmic balance and testing human character. His tricks often reveal hidden truths, expose hypocrisy, or teach important lessons. Split scene showing two different outcomes of Enshu's interventions. On one side, honest, generous people receive Enshu's help. Their crops flourish, their paths clear. On the other side, dishonest, stingy people face Enshu's devastating tricks. Their schemes backfire, their lies are exposed. Enshu appears as a divine judge, weighing hearts and actions. Those who are honest, respectful, and generous, particularly toward Enshu himself, often find that his interventions work in their favor. Those who are dishonest, disrespectful, or stingy discover that Enshu's tricks can be devastating. In this way, Eshu functions as a divine enforcer of proper behavior and respect for the sacred. Eshu's association with crossroads is deeply symbolic. Crossroads represent points of decision, places where multiple paths meet and choices must be made. As the guardian of crossroads, Eshu presides over all moments of choice and transition. Worshippers approach the crossroads carrying offerings, palm oil, rum, cigars, and other items. They place these at Eshu's feet while seeking guidance. The offerings transform into glowing energy that Eshu absorbs. In response, he illuminates certain paths, showing his guidance. The crossroads pulse with spiritual energy, showing the intersection of human and divine worlds. He represents the principle of free will and the reality that our choices have consequences. Offerings are often left at crossroads to gain Eshu's favor and guidance in making important decisions. The crossroads also represent the intersection of the human and divine worlds, the point where communication between realms is possible. The iconography of Eshu is distinctive and powerful. His colors are red and black, representing his dual nature and his association with both life force and mystery. Cowrie shells, once used as currency, are sacred to him, symbolizing exchange and communication. Eshu's form shifts to show his various representations, sometimes with an elongated head, sometimes with a distinctive cap with a long projection. Laterite stones glow with red energy around him. The scene shows a shrine with these stones, demonstrating how he is worshipped. His form embodies both creative and generative power, showing his connection to life force and fertility. He is often depicted with a hook staff or club, which he uses to open pathways. In some representations, he has an elongated head or wears a cap with a long projection, sometimes interpreted as phallic symbolism, representing creative and generative power. Laterite stone, naturally occurring and often red in color, is used to represent Eshu in shrines. Eshu's personality is complex and multifaceted. He is clever, unpredictable, and amoral, not evil, but beyond conventional morality. He can be generous or cruel, helpful or harmful, depending on how he is treated and what serves the cosmic order. He loves palm oil, rum, and tobacco, and offerings of these items can win his favor. He is associated with sexuality and fertility, representing the creative and disruptive power of desire. He is both young and old, embodying the paradoxes of existence. The worship of Eshu is essential in Yoruba religious practice. He must be honored first in any ceremony before any other Orisha is approached. The phrase Eshu, open the way, begins most Yoruba rituals, acknowledging his role as the gatekeeper between worlds. Offerings to Eshu include palm oil, rum, cigars, candy, and red palm oil. His shrines are often placed at entrances to homes or compounds where he can guard against evil and control what enters and exits. Eshu's role in divination is crucial. In the Ifa divination system, Eshu carries the messages between the diviner and the Orishas, ensuring that the wisdom of Orunmila, the Orisha of divination, reaches the client. Without Eshu's cooperation, divination cannot function properly. This makes him essential to one of the most important religious practices in Yoruba culture. In the African diaspora, Eshu's character has been both preserved and transformed. In Cuban Santeria, he appears as Elegua, often syncretized with the Holy Child of Atocha or Saint Anthony. In Brazilian candomblé, he is known as Exu and maintains his trickster nature. In Haitian Vodou, he appears as Papa Legba, the old man who guards the gate between worlds. Unfortunately, Christian missionaries often identified Enshu with the devil due to his trickster nature and association with sexuality, a misidentification that has caused lasting confusion and misrepresentation. The cultural significance of Enshu extends beyond religion into Yoruba philosophy and ethics. He represents the reality that life is unpredictable, that order and chaos are both necessary, and that respect for the sacred is essential. He teaches that communication requires an intermediary, that choices have consequences, and that the universe has a sense of humor. Enshu reminds us that not everything can be controlled or predicted, that tricksters serve important functions in maintaining cosmic balance, and that the boundary between order and chaos is both necessary and permeable. Enshu embodies the Yoruba understanding that the universe is not simply ordered or chaotic, but contains both principles and dynamic tension. He represents the necessity of disruption, the importance of communication, and the reality of free will. In a world that often seeks simple answers and clear categories, Enshu reminds us that complexity, ambiguity, and unpredictability are fundamental aspects of existence, and that the trickster's laughter echoes through the cosmos, keeping us humble and alert. Until next time, I honor the sons and daughters of Belial.